Voila. And greetings viewers. Welcome back to Coffee Chill TV. And hey, welcome to another socio-economic, philosophic chat vlog on Coffee Chill TV. Let's get into it. Okay folks, today's vlog, it's all about money and travel, always topical. And in terms of inspiration, I read this article today, Cheap Theats from the Sunday Mail. I'll backfill information on this article when I get into production of this vlog. And they've got 6 tips in this video. I'm going to run through my take on their 6 tips. And as always, folks, love you to contribute. Have you got any travel hacks as pertains to the moolah? Don't be afraid to opine in the comments section. All right, let's unpack these top 6 travel hacks for saving cash on the road. Let's go. Folks, before we jump too far into the deep end of the pool, as this is a literature review and maybe it's a legacy of my old uni days, I was teacher Dave for a while as well. I always believe in correct referencing, and I'm going to read the sub-headline to this article. It includes the author's name. Here we go. Got champagne tastes, but a beer budget. Doc Holiday, aka Dilvin Yasser, there's your author, has some tricks up her sleeve to get more for your travel buck. So let's see how Coffee Chill TV's take goes on the Doc Holiday, Dilvin Yasser take on saving some cashola whilst tripping around. Okay, let's jump in to the first one. Okay folks, her tip number 1, book early or last minute. I would concur. One of my earlier videos, I think my travel CV, also based on the same publications, one of their earlier articles. I talked about my tip, be early, and I was talking about getting early to the terminal, but also get in early for certain bookings. Most notably, if you go somewhere when there's a festival or a major event, if you wait till the last minute, hotels get booked out and or they become prohibitively expensive. And then the last minute, that's a bit of a roll of the dice, because obviously it's a low percentage play, isn't it? Because you think, I'm just going to book the hotel at last minute, I'm just going to jump on that last minute flight deal. You could be smiling, but it could all fall over like a house of cards. Okay, so if I had to choose, I try to book early, but sometimes booking late, you are rewarded as well. So you can save money at either end of the continuum. What about you folks? Do you like to book early, or do you roll the dice and go for those last minute deals? It's an interesting one, isn't it? Tip number 2, consider a cruise. And folks, I have been lately. I've been exploring cruise options. The last time I got on a cruise, way back, 1993, I cruised on a 2-night small cruise boat from Shanghai to Hong Kong. And I stayed in a dormitory. I think there was 6 of us guys, all foreigners, and we stayed in this dormitory, and I don't remember the exact pricing, But knowing that I was very much on a budget when I was backpacking back in the early 90s, I imagine it would have been economical. Fast forward to today, and I recently had a coffee with someone who was cruising from Singapore to Bangkok. And she told me that she's going with one of her girlfriends. She said, you know, the economics were pretty good on that twin share deal. Now, you can go overland, and I have, from Singapore through Malaysia, through southern Thailand to Bangkok. You can do that, you know. Land versus sea. You got to factor in your checking in and out of hotels potentially. Is it cheaper? Time and economy. Obviously, flying is the fastest, but yeah, consider a cruise. I am, folks. I'm looking into some short little 2-3 night cruises, and you know, there's some pretty good deals, both early bird and last minute specials. Okay, the next suggestion: visit a cheap destination, and the author of the article cites Southeast Asian destinations. Sri Lanka also gets a mention. This is an Aussie newspaper, so you know, different parts of the world have different cheap destinations when you add it all up. And yeah, I've never been to Sri Lanka. I'd like to go. And yeah, as for Southeast Asia, yeah, it's no secret that at the time of making this video, the Aussie dollar has kind of come back a little bit. The Aussie baht it's bounced back a little bit against some of those Southeast Asian currencies. And as a part-time expat, he spends half the year approximately in Australia and the other half of the year in Thailand with little side trips in and around both Australasia and Southeast Asia. Yeah, it's definitely cheaper on the ground, with an asterisk, you know, provided you stay in, you know, let's say you avoid the 5 and 6 stars, and you go local with your accommodation and transport. It's certainly economical. So yeah, going to a cheap destination obviously will save you money versus going to somewhere expensive. Where's the most expensive place I've been to? I think Bermuda was expensive. Monaco, that was expensive. So yeah, I've been to both those places, enjoyed myself, but yeah, these days, yeah, an economical, once you get on the ground, an economical destination is certainly a factor when I'm choosing where I go. A good travel tip, an obvious one. Okay, so the next money saving tip, travel hack, money saving tip, it's not as obvious. Go rail or go home. Now, I spoke about rail travel in a couple of my recent vlogs in my Nong-Kai Twilight Walkabout, Geo Arbitrage, Health Span. I spoke about the fact that I just caught a train in Nong-Kai from Udon Thani, and intercity rail, 25 baht, $1, approximately $1 Australian. Amazing, you know. And I also spoke about the fact that, you know, if you're going to be a slow traveller and you stay in a lot of these Southeast Asian countries, you can get really good deals, 4 weekly, month to month on your accommodation. So, you know, once you get there, it's cheap too. But yeah, the train, you see a bit of the countryside. In another one of my videos, my travel CV at CoffeeChillTV, that vlog, I was asked, you know, cruising, flying, bus, motorbike, or rail. And I confess that at the moment, number one is rail. And yes, you can save money getting on the train. You see a bit of the countryside as well. You know, I find it's easier to move around on a train than it is on a plane or a bus. So train travel, it's got a lot going for it. And yeah, one of the things it's got going for it, if you get the right deal, is the economics. Number 5 is live. Here's the next tip. And the tip is to focus on shoulder season or low season. And it's an interesting one, folks. Obviously, you've got to be a little bit careful. Sometimes there's a reason it's low season. It could be the absolute worst of the meteorological conditions. So you've got to be careful with the old low season, but you know, in some places, low season, you turn up and the weather's great, you know. Shoulder, excuse me, better get some more coffee. It is CoffeeChillTV. Shoulder season. Now, I first came across the term shoulder season way back in the late 1990s when I booked a room at the Penthouse in Pattaya, a famous, iconic adult hotel. Penthouse, it's an amazing place, the Penthouse Hotel. On their site, they had high season, low season, shoulder season. It's the first time I come across this. And you know, shoulder seasons are like those bookends. You know, you're coming out of high season. You're about to start high season. It's almost like that bookend. You know, sitting in between high and low is the shoulder. And I've had some recent experience travelling out of season, if you like. I travelled in March last year to Chiang Mai. Start of the smoke season, and yeah, low season. I got a good deal on the plane. There weren't many people on the plane. Knock Air flight, super spacious, great it was. And stayed at the Top North Hotel, and I did a lot of visiting, like temples, caves, markets, bars and restaurants. Just had an awesome time going back to Chiang Mai. Low season, smoke season. Now, if you're an asthmatic, we may be, you know, smoke season Chiang Mai is not for you, but I had no issues. It was fine. It was fine. Another story. I travelled by bus to Loei and Pitsanalok, and I did this at the end of the rainy season in Thailand. You know, what's it like to travel in the rainy season in Thailand? I've done it a few times. You know, yes, it's easy to get hotels, okay, things are cheaper, and you've just kind of got to adjust, you know. So, you know, I'm in Pitsanalok and wake up, the weather's fine. Make hay while the sun shines. Get out there and see that museum, that art gallery, that temple, you know, back in your room, and down comes the rain. Okay, you've got to sort of, when there's a window of opportunity, you must take it. If you're traveling somewhere, low season, rainy season. Okay, so avoiding the extremes, and also, you know, being cognizant of your own health issues, and if, you know, smoke and rain and whatever else could, extreme cold, extreme heat could have an impact. Yeah, I like to go shoulder season and low season. How about you? All right, viewers, last one, lucky last, number 6, and it's all about deals. Book a package deal. Now, you know, I do a lot of solo travel, and I don't do as much organised touring these days or travelling with companions. And when we talk about these package deals, in my experience and observation, they typically work best when there's at least 2 of you. But as a single, you can still get packages. Okay, if they amortise the flight, the transfer, the accommodation, and the tickets. Now, last time I did a package deal, I went with 3 other blokes. The 4 of us went to the Melbourne Cup. We saw Maccabee Diva win the Melbourne Cup. Flemington, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. And we got a package. Our travel agent, everything was packaged up. The flight, the transfer, the accommodation. 4 tickets to a marquee at the Great Race. Okay, so we got into a marquee area, guaranteed seat. Guaranteed seat. Plus there was a drink and dining package as well. Worked out well, you know. So yeah, it's been a while since I did a package deal. I've got to find some travel companions to make that happen, because as a single person, yes, there are deals, but I think package deals, the real big savings come when there's more than one of you. But yeah, sage advice, I reckon. Look at package deals, they can save money. Voila. Folks, that's the end of the journey for this vlog. I do hope you enjoyed it. You know how it goes, like, share, subscribe. But more particularly, don't be afraid to comment. Have you got any sage advice on saving a bit of coin when you're on tour? Don't be afraid to share some of your insights in the comments section. Either way, much appreciate that you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching CoffeeChillTV, and as always, safe travels. All the best.